Adam Smasher is a fully converted cyborg. He was always a loyalist of Arasaka. And time has changed, and in 2077 he had to find his own space in Night City. But to find out, you have to play the game.
Night City Wire's first episode was peppered with Easter eggs and clues to the greatest story of Cyberpunk 2077. But nothing got me more excited than seeing the walking cyber juggernaut known as Adam Smasher. Ruthless, psychopathic, and deadly. In the employ of Arasaka Corp, Adam Smasher is a flesh-hating, full Borg solo and rival of the legendary Morgan Blackhand. In this video, we will be exploring his origins, conversion from flesh to cyborg, and dark history that inextricably links to Johnny and by extension V in Cyberpunk 2077. And perhaps most importantly, why he is poised to be one of, if not the most deadly enemy encountered in Night City. Adam Smasher is present in Arasaka's HQ in Night City by the time of Cyberpunk 2077 and is over 100 plus years old. However, his origins are much more humble. Born sometime in the late 20th century, Smasher was originally from New York. His mother was Russian and his father was from the South Bronx. And according to him, he was the meanest kid on his block. After the military killed off his gang members, he realized it'd serve him to join this side where he could more easily kill versus be killed and joined the Marines, yet was kicked out later for subordination. In the early 21st century, he headed home as a solo gun for hire, and like the mercenary V, he was contracted to snatch a mysterious prototype gizmo that goes unnamed in his backstory for a mysterious corporation later revealed as Arasaka. Yet the mission, also like V's, goes horribly wrong. Smasher's story reads like a kind of what-if RoboCop scenario, except if RoboCop was a bloodthirsty psychopath, and according to Smasher of his conversion from meatbag to full cyborg, a couple of well-placed RPGA warheads kinda put a damper on an otherwise profitable job. The doc said I was flatlined for over 8 minutes before they got me, my brain at least stabilized. I found out my meat had been stewed in the op, but my teammates had brought back what was left of my carcass in a backpack, for Christ's sakes. Round that time I realized I was getting all my input through interface. Turned out most of my sensory organs, eyes, ears, skin, were gel on some corporate installation's walls. The corp who'd sent me on this op in the first place gave me a tasty proposition. They figured I just walked into some bad luck and they liked my resume, performance record, skill, good looks, and all that. Anyway, they offered full body conversion in return for a 15-year employment contract. Now, the reason why this feat is considerable is due to the fact going full Borg is highly dangerous and not at all recommended. Even fiends such as the Maelstrom gang, who are dedicated to interchanging flesh for machine, don't walk around looking like full-blown Terminators, and the reason is twofold. One, it costs an arm and a leg, literally. Only with a huge bankroll of someone like Arasaka Corp would it be feasible. It's the creme de la creme of cybernetics. Two, as users replace more flesh, they are more likely to succumb to something called cyber psychosis. Basically, you just go fully insane, and unless a cyber psychologist or psycho shrink can cure you through brain dance therapy and rehabilitation, you're more likely to be put down on the street like a dog, as there's a special ops task force that is kitted out with the required firepower to kill a full Borg. Speaking of firepower, as far as cyberware goes, Smasher has quite an arsenal at his disposal, such as a 6.66 caliber Magnum revolver, a solid tungsten hyperhammer, and others. However, they're yet to be confirmed in 2077. Most notably, his armor chassis is a reactive body armor with embedded sensors. He can actually dodge incoming bullets, not that they would do too much damage to him. He does state he's not death-proof and is susceptible to H-law or other high-powered weaponry. AKA, he is killable, but a pistol won't do the job. Being a formidable war machine, you can see why he's going to be an insane enemy in Cyberpunk 2077. Which brings us to his battle with Johnny Silverhand. When Johnny and Morgan Blackhand went to save Johnny's girlfriend, Alt Cunningham, atop Arasaka's building around the events of 2020, he was too late. Alt's body was a husk, and in her stead was Adam Smasher waiting, who presumably was also brought back by her soul killer program. Johnny was cut in half by Smasher's auto shotgun, and somehow Alt, it seems, saved Johnny's consciousness into the fabled chip. However, as Blackhand and Smasher duked it out, a mini-nuke hit the building with their fates unknown, but it looks like Smasher somehow survived. Maybe he was rebuilt again with another longer contract, with Arasaka holding his lead in 2077. And if indeed the unknown widget that Smasher had retrieved previously for Arasaka was the fabled immortality chip, it seems likely Arasaka had granted him immortality with a powerful outer shell in exchange for selling his soul and becoming their most deadly asset and guard dog. However, there's one thing for sure: if the player V with Johnny in his head see Smasher, they better run. And as seen in the Night City Wire episode 1, V and Jackie have just pilfered some of Arasaka's most valuable property. So Smasher and his shotgun may not be too far behind, because the RMB armor, auto shotgun, and bloodthirsty Smasher may be the most deadly combo Night City has ever seen.
I have seen like awesome shotgun that has 8 barrels and they shoots them in the same time.
I'm so excited. That's yeah. Shotguns, they're my favorite. 8 barrels, even better.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.